Welcome to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Good morning. Welcome to a happy and wet Sunday morning here in Edmonton, and welcome to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems in the Modern Measure studio right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt. I'm the general manager and executive professional at the Ranch Golf and Country Club and host of the VIP Golf Show right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. If you love the game of golf, you are in the right place. We got a couple of hours of great golf content for you. So thanks so much for spending part of your Sunday morning with us. We appreciate you being part of the show. This is an interactive show, so you can text in to the Modern Measure inbox at 780-218-9999 with your questions, comments, or hot takes from the world of golf. Or, of course, you can join us in the YouTube chat as well. Here's what's coming up today. Our first guests. We have two joining us here in a moment. Daniel Seifried and Spencer Edwards from Kayson Golf. Our second guest at 8:20 is Taylor Tracey from the Alberta Golf Association. In our Improve Your Game segment at 8:40, we'll have Cody Hancock from the Sturgeon Valley Golf Club. In the Around YEG segment at 9:40, we will have Art New from the Trestle Creek Golf Resort. Of course, at 9:40, we'll have our VIP Golf Show Trivia Contest, where one lucky listener will win a custom fitting at the TaylorMade Performance Center and a gift card to the Keg Steakhouse and Bar. And we'll wrap things up at 9:45 with, I think this is going to be a fascinating guest. If you are traveling to Europe or want to go on a golf vacation over in Europe, you're going to want to tune in to that final segment. Our engagement question of the week: golfers spend too much money on equipment and not enough on golf lessons. Do you agree or disagree with that? Chime in on the YouTube chat or text the Modern Measure inbox 780-218-9999. And just a reminder, if you text in on the engagement question, later on this year, we are giving away a custom fit TaylorMade driver from the TaylorMade Performance Center here in Edmonton. So if you want to engage in that again, golfers spend too much money on equipment and not enough on lessons. Agree or disagree? Text in 780-218-9999. And this segment is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. This is Edmonton football, and the only way to experience it is being here when it happens. Get your single game tickets today and experience every hit, catch, and touchdown. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets. And 12 of those Elks players were at the Ranch golfing yesterday. They had a great time. Spent a bunch of time with them, with my family out there as well. And their game got a lot of rain before it was delayed, but it was a great experience watching that game at Clark Park as well on Friday. And so now we have a guest in studio. If you want to join us, Spencer, and virtually we have Daniel Seifried, who's out in Campbell River, BC, and they own a company called Kayson Golf. Canadian-made clubs. Haven't seen that around since Jazz Golf, the AccuForm back in the day, but good morning, Spencer. Good morning, Daniel. How are you guys doing today?
Good morning. Doing great.
How about you, Daniel? You can hear us? Awesome.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, absolutely. Excited to share your guys' story. So, a discussion. Let's talk about your guys' background. Well, especially you, Danny. This has been your baby, and Spencer's joined you a little later on here. But how did Kayson get started? What happened to get you inspired to build the company that gives and so just you can give the listeners some context on your brand and the mission behind it.
Yeah. Okay. So, Murray, again, thanks for having us on. In 1981, I won the Thunder Bay Open. Okay, and prior to that, I started playing golf at 18. I turned pro at 19. I won the London Hunts Assistant Championship, and then in 81 I was the low qualifier for the Canadian Tour, and in my 30 then I won the Thunder Bay Open, and I beat the great Mo Norman and Dan Halderson. And then from there I went to South Africa. And I roomed up with David Frost, who was a rookie as well. And we played the South African tour together. When I was there, I found a driver, a persimmon driver. It was a jumbo-faced Gary Player Campbell driver. And I brought it back home and I redid it to fit me. And then in 1983, I was playing in the Labatt's International in Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, and a bucket of balls dropped behind me, and a couple of them hit my back of my shoes. I was like, that's kind of rude. I turned around. It was Mr. Palmer. And Mr. Palmer says, kid, let me see that driver. And I said, Mr. Palmer, you can have this driver. You're my hero. And so that's when it started. He wanted to hit it, so we chatted back and forth. And in our chat session, he was saying, how did you do it? How did you make it? How did you decide what shaft, what length, all the good stuff? And lo and behold, after our chat session, he went ahead and hit it, and he hit it like knee high. And so then I said, tee it up higher, because the sweet spot on those are deeper, or it's higher. And he went ahead and hit it, and he just said, kid, this is the greatest driver I've ever hit. I said, well, Mr. Palmer, that's quite a compliment. And he said, do you know how many people can win out here on the tour? And I said, like any given week? And he goes, a lot. Do you know how many can do what you just did with that club? And I said, well, Mr. Palmer, you do this all the time, don't you? And he says, not like that. From 1983, that was it. I started designing golf clubs. I started a fitting formula, assembly technique, and it's blossomed to a beautiful line of clubs that are Canadian made.
So what exactly is Kayson, like, what makes it different from traditional golf brands? And because you're in a space competing against people that are spending billions of dollars on advertising with the PGA Tour players. So what's different about what you guys are offering? And
we're the little unknown guy, okay? And the key is that how I go about this whole process is I take the person's height, weight, inseam, arm length, shoe size, waist size, glove size, and power source, which is a derivative of what club do they use from 100? What do they use from 150? What do they use from 200? Do they know their driver speed? If they don't, that's fine, okay? And then what we do is we marry a perfect set of golf clubs to the individual based on lie, loft, length, swing weight, static weight, and grip size. It truly is a beautiful fit.
So so walk us through exactly what happens in the fitting. You said all these measurements that you take, but then what do you do from getting those measurements to the end product?
So again, once we get that physical data, there's a process too that we need to see two videos. Need to see a straight on video as if you're looking at me, so we can see the setup, the ball position, the grip, all that good stuff. And then we need one more from behind, which is facing down the target line, so we can see the path of the swing and alignment. After that, we really do knock it out of the park with a perfect fitted set of clubs.
So, golfers, a lot of people still are buying off the rack, which obviously is ridiculous. But why do you think people are still doing that and not seeing someone like you with Kayson and getting a set of clubs that fits them perfectly?
Well, Murray, I'll tell you the thing that is really kind of, it's not alarming. It's alarming to me because I still see clubs that are already put together, and they're like, who are they put together for? A person 5'5", a person 6'6". I had a kid come into the store yesterday, 15 years old, 6'7", and his dad said he was taking him to get lessons, and he said it just didn't look right. So he walked in the store. I happened to have a set of clubs that are set up for the very, very tall. And the kid put it in his hands, and his dad goes, oh my goodness gracious, I can't believe that this is even available. Well, we've never done it any other way. And think of it, from the day I started this thing, I wouldn't coach anyone unless they had fitted clubs, because I already knew I was taking their money and I couldn't get a great result. So I said, you know what? I went out and I started with a company called GolfWorks buying the components, and I still couldn't get it the way I needed it to be. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and just do it myself. And for years and years and years, trial and error, I kept designing and writing a fitting formula that would actually surpass anything that's out there in the industry. And everyone that gets a set of Kayson golf clubs literally improves not just one aspect of the game, the entire game, because it's a formula from putter to wedges, to mid irons, to if they want long irons, or if they want the hybrids, to fairway woods, to the driver. It's really a solid system, and we're the little guy, and we're going out against the big boys. But I'm telling you what, we never fail. We never fail at improving someone's entire game on this process.
Well, that sounds great. I'm sure that people listening are going to be pretty interested in that possibility for themselves, for sure. Now, you've also written a book called I Know Your Game. Tell us about that.
Well, the book is everything that I've done from the beginning, Murray. Murray, I've been doing this thing for, like, I had my tour card for, I think it was 45 years. And then all of a sudden, and which is kind of weird, they deleted the veterans out of the Canadian Tour, and I was like, okay, all right, that's kind of weird. We paid our dues for years and years and years and years, and then all of a sudden they just deleted, the veterans out of the Canadian Tour.
Well, not too many people have been able to say they've beaten Mo Norman in a game of golf. So you've obviously had a pretty good career in golf so far, and you're keeping it going with Kayson. So. So that's awesome. And
Murray, the cool thing about that, okay, is I beat Mo Norman with Mo Norman's irons. He had a set of Titleist blades that had a dime spot right in the middle. And when we were in Florida, I said to Mo, listen, I want those irons. He said, well, Coach, he said, Danny, make me a driver. So I made him a persimmon driver way back then, and he gave me his irons. And then after giving me the irons, I redid them for me. And the cutest thing about that Thunder Bay Open is that I just finished. I knocked in about a 30-footer, okay, and Dan Hollerson's in the middle of the fairway. All he's got to do is make a par, and we're going into the playoff. I said to Mo, I went around the back of the green, and Mo was there, and I said, Mo, what do I do in a playoff? I've never been in a playoff. It's only my third event as a tour player. And he says, how many birdies? How many birdies? I said, how many birdies? He said, day one. I said, well, 9. He says, how many day 2? How many day 2? I said, 9. And I said, how many today? How many today? And he says, 9. He says, well, what's one more? That's typical Mo.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, Spencer,
just on the book there, Murray, Danny's book, I Know Your Game, is on the website, Kayson.golf. So anyone that wants to know a lot more information about the clubs, about the fitting system, about the history of Kayson and Danny, can visit the website, Kayson.golf, and it's a downloadable ebook, and it has lots of great information in there too.
Awesome. Well, Spencer, why don't you tell us about Kayson's growth plans and expansion and what you have lined up for the future?
Well, I think the product speaks for itself. I think everyone that plays the clubs falls in love with them, myself included. I've been working with Danny for 5 years, and I've seen that firsthand. And Danny's been refining this product for decades. And I think we're at the point now where the product speaks for itself, and now it's time for us to try to grow this and become a national brand in Canada, because I think Canada needs that, and the product is good enough to do that. So we're looking to partner with golf professionals, investors, different partnerships, and really grow the Kayson Golf team and try to create a national brand around Kayson Golf.
So where would you envision being, say, 5 years from now?
I think in 5 years, Danny and I's target has always been 1% of the golf market. Danny talks about it all the time. 1% is 60,000 golfers. And for us to achieve that in 5 years is kind of our goal. We're going to need a team around us to achieve that. But I think we're on our way. And with every club sale, the feedback and the club sales increase because they tell their friends, and it's just been growing by word of mouth to date. But now we're ready to take that next step.
All right. So that's basically what you're looking for right now is partners to help you grow?
I think so, yeah. To your point, to compete with some of the other golf brands that are spending all this money, we also need to get some growth investment so we're able to compete with some of those other players.
Right. So, that's pretty awesome though, guys. Like a Canadian club company hasn't really stepped to the forefront for decades now. And so, I'm glad you guys are doing this, and I hope that it's pretty successful for you moving forward.
Appreciate that.
So let's talk one more time, though. If people want to get more information on Kayson Golf, get fit themselves, tell us how they can do that.
Danny, you want to take that one?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So the best way is to go online, okay, and go to we have a questionnaire that's online where they fill out all the physical data. Once we have that physical data, we just need a couple videos of the swing, okay? And from there, just leave it into our hands. And one thing about what I've done over the years is that after someone purchases a set of clubs, we just don't let them hang. They can send in a video of their swing, and we'll go ahead and give them the free, like coaching points. I do it all the time in my store. Anyone that's in the Campbell River area that comes in and purchases a set of clubs, if they call and say, hey, coach, I'm just kind of off a little bit here. I said, come on down to the store. So we support everybody that has a set of our clubs. We support them. It's not just buy clubs and then you're gone. We want to because everyone that we make a set of golf clubs that we touch and we turn into a better golfer, when they go out and play with their three buddies that they've been playing with for 20 years or 15 years or 10 years, and all of a sudden they're hitting shots that they've never seen them hit before, those other two guys are looking and saying, wow, okay, where is this guy? And that's how they're finding it. So we can do it online. I send clubs all over Canada today, and I've even sent them all over the world, where they just go through this process where they fill out the questionnaire, they send us the videos of their swing, we analyze it, and then we go ahead and make that perfect set of golf clubs, and then we ship it to them, and then we follow up with them. It's unlike anything else that's in the market today.
Get us up at that website one more time, Spencer.
Kayson.golf.
Kayson.golf. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming in, you guys. And again, best of luck with everything moving forward. We'll be pulling for you.
Thank you, Murray.
Murray, you're awesome. Thank you.
All right. That is Kayson Golf. That sounds like something that you should be checking out. On the other side of the break, we're going to chat with Taylor Tracey from the Alberta Golf Association. This is the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at vipgolf.ca.
Crazy about roofs. Crazy about roofs.
Get ready to tee off for a great cause. The Ardent Roof Systems annual Charity Classic Golf Tournament is happening Friday, July 10th at the Ranch Golf and Country Club. Join us for a full day of golf, all supporting the Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation Childlike Program.
Crazy about roofs.
Golf spots and sponsorship opportunities are available now at ardentroofsystems.com.
Ready to level up your golf game? Come swing by the Ranch Golf and Country Club, where serious golf meets serious fun. With a championship-style course, pristine conditions, and above all, a fun, laid-back atmosphere, the Ranch is where every round feels like a getaway. Get top-notch service at unmatched value every time you play at the Ranch. Think you have what it takes to go low? Bring your A game and find out why the Ranch is the best value in golf. 25, 50, 100, and 200 round packs on sale. TheRanchGolf.com.
Escape the ordinary and experience golfing paradise at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Immerse yourself in our exceptional layout and enjoy excellent conditions that will take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself with a unique twist. Tackle the only black sand traps in all of Alberta. And why not extend your stay? Relax in one of our spacious RV lots, offering the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. Visit coalcreek.ca now to book your tee time and plan your unforgettable getaway at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Your perfect golfing escape awaits.
This summer, your golf game stays hot indoors. With the $50 Golf Summer Pass from Country Club Tour, enjoy free indoor golf all summer long at the CCT Indoor Golf Center, right in downtown Edmonton. Tee off on over 90 world-class courses with 28 cutting-edge Unicore simulators, rain or shine. Or just fine-tune your game on the virtual driving range. Offer valid till June 30th, and you can play from May 1st to September 30th. Your best golf season starts indoors. Visit countryclubtour.com to grab your pass today.
Immerse yourself in a world where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. At the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, every round connects you with the courageous stories of our military's past. With fairways set against genuine combat equipment and historic monuments, your game becomes a meaningful link to the legacy of those who've served. And make sure to aim carefully to avoid a memorable shot off a tank. Get your membership and celebrate the challenge of golf and the honor of our armed forces. Visit egmgolf.com for more.
Your logo matters. So if you're gonna put it onto something, it's gonna be tough enough to be useful. Tough Stuff Promotions works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hard-working name. Whether it's promotional items, branded clothing, industrial workwear, golf, or athletics, Tough Stuff works hard for hard-working folks. Get the tough stuff you need when you need it. For easy ordering, call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com.
Upgrade your game this season. Sorrow Group, Canadian owned and operated, delivers premium golf brands like Bedrady, Fairway and Green, Legendary Headwear, and Zero Restriction. Trusted by the best, built for your best rounds. Bedrady and Zero Restriction will be outfitting both President's Cup teams at Medina this fall, so you know you're wearing what the pros wear. Ask your local pro shop or shop online with code Edmonton10 for 10% off to try out our premium apparel. Sorrow Group, elevate your game.
Golfer's swing is different. TaylorMade Master Fitters customize clubs based on size, speed, and ability. From Tour Pro to the casual golfer, everyone can benefit from clubs that are custom fit for their game. Featuring the most extensive range of custom club components from driver through to putter, TaylorMade Performance Centers offer one-on-one tour-level fittings and TrackMan launch monitor technology. Visit the TaylorMade Performance Center at the Ranch Golf and Country Club to take your golf game to the next level and dial in your equipment. For more details and to book your fitting, visit tailormadefitting.ca.
Enjoy a round of golf on two of Canada's top public courses at Wolf Creek, designed by renowned architect Rod Whitman. If you haven't been to Wolf Creek recently, now's the time to check out the best course conditions in years. Enjoy a pure links golf experience and great course conditions. After your game, relax at Barney's Lounge with great food, drinks, and patio views. It's a destination getaway only a short drive away in Ponoka. Visit wolfcreekgolf.com to learn more.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems, right here in the Modern Measure studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by Adidas, where tradition meets modern golf. Timeless looks, traditional craftsmanship, modern comfort and performance. Golfer design, sneaker-inspired, one shoe, all-day comfort. From tee time to downtime, S2G is your go-to anywhere golf essential at participating golf shops until June 15th. Purchase any pair of 2026 Adidas golf shoes and get $50 in Addy Bucks towards additional Adidas product. A reminder about our engagement question of the day. It is, golfers spend too much money on equipment and not enough on lessons. Do you agree or disagree? Text into 780-218. 99.99 or chime in on the YouTube chat. And a couple of texters come in as one person just says, totally agree. Another texter says, good to see the weather forecast. Yes, we need rain, but it can just happen at night. We want to play golf during the day. But yeah, so these next couple of days are going to be wet. My superintendent texted me this morning and said the golf course is going to look a lot different in a week. So he's pretty darn happy for sure. He also texted in, a new driver won't make you hit it further and straighter. If your swing is messed up, lessons will help only if you practice. That was from Zach. So thanks very much for that, guys. And that was from people texting into the Modern Measure inbox. Modern Measure is Edmonton's leading provider of custom made-to-measure clothing, right in the heart of Ice District, formal wear, casual wear, and yes, even golf wear. Their goal is giving you a one-of-a-kind look with a perfect fit made just for you. And we now welcome Taylor Tracey from the Alberta Golf Association. He is the manager of communications and heritage services. Good morning, Taylor. How are you today?
I'm well. Excuse me. I'm well, Murray. How are you?
You got the same thing as I do, a little frog in your throat this morning, hey?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you have a very interesting role in Alberta Golf. You're the manager of communications and heritage services. Explain that heritage services part. So I'm sure not very many people understand that part of Alberta Golf.
Yeah, it's we've been around since 1912, and when I first started as an intern, they had like over 2,000 documents that they had scanned, but they hadn't like gone through and labeled. So one of my like intern projects was to go through them all and figure out what they were and kind of label them and organize them. And from there, I like to say that I became the one person that knows the most about golf history in Alberta, even though I'm one of the young kids in the office. So it's kind of a weird conundrum being the young kid, but knowing the most about who was playing golf in 1912. But it's been a lot of fun to learn about the game. It was a really good intro to the association as a whole. And now it's I can pull fun factoids out pretty regularly, pretty confidently.
Well, you actually must have a good memory too then.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Alberta Golf recently purchased L Golf. What was the thinking behind that move, and what does the future of women's golf programming in Alberta look like over the next couple of years with this move?
Yeah, we're really excited about that acquisition. Lori actually approached us with the idea. She was kind of ready to relieve control, I guess, and kind of enjoy L Golf from the other side, being a participant rather than the organizer. And for us, we felt like it was a really good opportunity to start working to be able to provide something in that space, in that female golf space, especially with an established community like L Golf that's been doing it for so long. It was actually quite similar to how we took over the McLennan Ross Alberta Junior Tour once Dunc was also in a similar position. And then the future of female golf, especially in the L Golf space, I think this year we're kind of working with Lori to learn a little bit more about their programming, see how she's done things, how players expect it, what their expectations are, that kind of thing. And then come next year, once we kind of take over, we're looking to reach new audiences and kind of take it to new regions of the province. It's been really Calgary based with a couple exceptions here and there. So we're looking forward to taking it to new parts of the province in the coming years.
Well, it did used to be in Edmonton. My wife and her mom played in L Golf when it was in Edmonton, and then it went away, and so then they didn't really have something that intrigued them to play in. So hopefully you bring it back to Edmonton.
Fingers crossed. That's the hope.
Sounds good. Now, Alberta Golf is also exploring new opportunities for high-performance junior players, including pathways into post-secondary golf. What can you tell us about that pilot project and where you see it going?
Yeah, the pilot project is going really, really well. We're currently working with like a small group of our high performance players, and we're just working with them to see what the platform is capable of doing. It has a list of all these coaches that are in there from both Canada and the US, different divisions, different conferences, all that kind of stuff. We're working with the players to build their portfolios, reach out to the coaches, what they kind of need, and learning that process. And then if all goes well, our hope is to finally be able to provide something for all the junior golfers in the province. That's the eventual plan. But what I can say about the pilot project is it's going really well, and we're really enjoying it so far.
We had John Burns on the show a few weeks back, who heads up your Upswing program, which is part of Alberta Golf. But just touch on that program and how its growth has helped you guys out over the last few years as well.
Yeah, Upswing is our recreational arm of Alberta Golf. There's a lot of recreational players. There's way more players that aren't playing competitively, obviously, in this province. So this was kind of our brand to reach out to them directly and offer them events that aren't based on score, events that are for fun. And Upswing's kind of taken a different route. The platform that we use to offer events is now becoming more of an event booking platform for all types of golf events. So we're really working hard on that platform to make it more user friendly for event operators to build out their events with different types of ticketing, different options when players are booking, that kind of thing. But we've seen lots of growth. We actually just had 2 upswing events in the last 2 weeks. We've seen a lot of familiar faces as per usual, but a lot of new faces, which is really good for us. It's nice to see. Excuse me. And we're also really happy to say that our ladies only event filled with 144 ladies playing out in Sundry in July. So that's really exciting to see the growth within our own events, as well as hear from event operators saying their events are getting filled because of the advertising that's on the Upswing platform.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Now, Alberta Golf and Golf Canada are continuing to push growth in the off-course golf space, which I think is awesome because that's a great intro into the game for people. So it's obviously growing the game. But you have a new initiative called Just Swing. What is that all about?
Yeah, I agree with you, Murray. The Just Swing is Golf Canada's like consumer-focused campaign focused on getting people to enjoy additional kinds of golf that are out there. And when I say additional kinds of golf, I don't mean like your traditional go play 9 holes. I mean like mini putt, simulators, driving ranges, and anything that you wouldn't consider a traditional golf activity. And a big part of that was kind of building out the Golf Canada app so you can now log your practice sessions and your indoor simulator scores. And like you said, I think it's a big future or a big part of the future of the game because it's I think a lot of people, especially my age, are getting into the game not by going to a golf course. They go to things like Launchpad. They go to Golf Fanatics. They do that kind of thing. They're doing mini putt courses, like Mickelson National in Calgary has that Crater mini putt course. I think it's a really popular way to get into the game, and I think this step will allow us to get more people into the game from there. Kind of use that as like a starting point and then get them into green grass facilities, getting them to play like 9 and 9s, getting them to take lessons, that kind of thing. And I think ultimately down the road, we'll see growth in the game because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And golf is in a boom, so the growth is happening, and that brings a lot of newer golfers to the sport, and education of things like the rules, etiquette, and that and whatnot for newer golfers isn't necessarily all that readily available, but you guys are working on that, aren't you?
Yeah, we're trying our best to provide that with our website, with our social media, providing anybody that kind of checks out Alberta Golf to see new, what's the word here? Interesting content for them to then be able to learn more about the rules, about the etiquette. Because golf, there's so much going on. There's so many little traditions that you may not know when you first start. And not everybody has like a golf pro that teaches them, or a mentor. Like I had my grandpa that taught me all about the game. Not everybody has that. They get into golf in different ways. So if someone's able to go to Alberta Golf and learn more about the rules, learn more about the handicapping and course rating, learning more about like how to repair a proper divot or a ball mark on a green, I think that's a great point for us, and that's what we're really trying to do.
We are going to dive into this next week with Mackenzie, who actually runs the McLennan Ross Junior Tour, but you alluded to that earlier, that Alberta Golf took that tour over. It's celebrating 30 years this year. We have Dunc Mills on the show each week giving us a junior report, so junior golf is very important. But what makes the McLennan Ross Junior Tour so important for the development of young golfers in Alberta?
Yeah, I think the Junior Tour is a massive part of our programming. I think it's really... You mentioned Dunc Mills, but similar to how Dunc Mills ran the tour, I actually talked to him last week about it because of the 30th anniversary. But the Junior Tour has always been like the place to learn competitive golf. It's not like a high performance Junior Tour where kids are going out and shooting 66. That's still happening, of course, but it's a place for them to be able to learn the game, which is more important, before they graduate to like the national Junior Tours, the provincial Junior Tours, and even our own provincial events. But more importantly, I think the Junior Tour is a great place to help them teach the important aspects of golf that help them become good adults down the line. We're not necessarily the only people doing that. They have good parents, they have good mentors and all that. But I think the Junior Tour is a great place where they can learn honesty, adversity is a big one in golf, as well as integrity. I think the Junior Tour is a part of that.
You know, the history of Alberta Golf has been in competitive events, and you guys have evolved so much in so many ways that has been incredible, but you still have those feature events each year. So why don't you talk about those and some of the great venues that you got lined up for your championships this year?
Yeah, we have a lot of awesome ones, including like some first timers as well as some reoccurring ones, or places, even places that we haven't been to before. or in a long time, I should say. Like Fort McMurray, we haven't been there since 2007. We're going back to the ranch with a new group with the women's senior, so we're excited for that one. Prentice Greens, we're going back out to. The Hamptons is another one. So we have a really great lineup. Our registrations have been really good. Like we saw over 1,000 people register the first day for qualifiers or championships, and then I think the number was like 800 on our junior tour side. So we've seen a lot of an uptake in registrations, I would say, in that first day. Our women's open division is full with 40 players, which is a first for us since starting it last year, which we're really excited about. We're starting to build out the wait list, so there's still spots there. We're excited to have, I don't know if you know the club tours with the girls, Blakely and Sonia, but they're coming out to our women's amateur at the Hamptons, so we're excited to have them back. We have some big plans for the Open as well that I don't want to share quite yet. I'll let you guys wait and see that one, but we do have some big plans for that event. And we've actually undergone a couple changes to our men's mid-master championship. It's so popular. We've had over 200 registrations each year since we went from 2 days to 3 days. But with the discouragement or the feedback that we got from players with like the mad dash for registration, we added qualifiers this year, which have done really well. Our first one's tomorrow out at Highwood. Rain is hopefully going to leave us and the golf course won't be flooded. So, but yeah, we've seen a good number of registrations this year, and we're always excited to get our championship schedule going.
Well, you've done a great job of laying out everything that you guys are doing at Alberta Golf, but I'll just tell the people how they can find this information and get more, follow up with themselves on everything that you've shared today and find out about it.
100%. Our website's albertagolf.org. Everything's up there. It's super user-friendly, and you can always follow our social media. Our Instagram is Alberta_golf, and same with our Twitter. So come follow us, come check out our website, and you can find everything we talked about today.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time, Taylor. Stay dry out there.
Yeah, you too, Murray. Good luck.
All right, that was Taylor Tracey from the Alberta Golf Association. On the other side of the break, we're going to get you some golf tips with Cody Hancock from the Sturgeon Valley Golf and Country Club. This is the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Crazy about roofs. Crazy about roofs.
Time for a new roof? Make it one that lasts. Ardent Roof Systems, protecting homes for over a decade. Roofing, siding, and exteriors, all built to last with our Platinum 50-year warranty. Because at Ardent Roof Systems, we are
Crazy about roofs.
Ardent Roof Systems and Exteriors, the team that puts your protection first. Visit ardentroofsystems.com.
Why pay more for advertising when you have options? At Lux Media Broker, we're not an agency, we're a brokerage. We work on your behalf to source, negotiate, and manage your marketing across over 100 advertising options nationwide. From out-of-home and transit to radio, digital, TV, and social media, we tap into it all. No retainers, no hidden fees, just better rates, added value, and smarter strategy. Learn about the brokerage difference at luxmediabroker.com. We broker, we negotiate, we optimize. Lux Media Broker. Elevate your marketing.
Trestle Creek Golf Resort, just 45 minutes west of Edmonton, is one of the best RV resorts in Alberta. With a championship golf course, water park, sports park, and spectacular views, you won't want to leave. We're proud to be launching our new Phase 6 development with 103 new lots for pre-sale. This phase will include an in-ground swimming pool. Call 780-514-0005 to view this exciting development and pick your perfect piece of paradise. You can live year-round or just spend the summer. Either way, Trestle Creek has you covered with plenty of year-round activities. Book your tour or tee time at trestlecreek.ca.
Trade in the ordinary for the extraordinary. Let VIP Golf elevate your game. Join VIP Golf and unlock preferred rates at Canada's premier resort courses. From your local favorites to the iconic peaks of Banff and Canmore to our stay and play packages on sun-drenched fairways in the Okanagan Valley. With over 170 courses coast to coast and membership packages that are tailored to fit your golf style, VIP members have more choice, get more value, and experience more unforgettable rounds. With VIP Golf, your next round isn't just a game, it's a getaway. Get your free trial today at vipgolf.ca.
You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before you buy it. At Green Tree, we handle everything. No chasing contractors, no guesswork, no surprises. A seamless experience from the initial sketch to the final brick. Green Tree Outdoor Living, making neighbors jealous since '98. Book your consultation today at greentreelandscaping.ca.
Looking for your next great round? Just minutes off the Hendan west of Edmonton, the Links at Spruce Grove is an 18-hole championship course that delivers. Tree-lined fairways, rolling terrain, pristine greens, and just enough challenge to test every skill level. Whether you're chasing a low score or enjoying a relaxed round with friends, this is golf done right. A favorite tournament destination with exceptional conditions and a staff that truly delivers. Plus, modern amenities, a full-service restaurant, and an event space for weddings, anniversaries, or business gatherings. Book your tee time today at lakesgolfcourse.com. The Links at Spruce Grove. Your next round starts here.
Why tee off at the Ranch Golf and Country Club?
A fun, unique layout offering premier conditions. The Ranch has been ranked as one of the top public courses in Canada.
Unmatched value. Score Golf Magazine rated the Ranch as the best value in Edmonton.
The service, from tournaments to special events to the pro shop. Superior service that makes every visit exceptional.
The Ranch Golf and Country Club, a laid-back environment where anyone can enjoy an amazing day on the fairways. For details, visit theranchgolf.com.
50 years of memories, 50 years of celebrations, 50 years of Sawmill. This November, Sawmill Prime Ribbon Steakhouse invites you to something bigger than a night out. The 50th Anniversary Fundraising Gala. An elevated evening of incredible food, live entertainment, and a room full of people who know how to celebrate right. But here's what makes it special. You help choose where the impact goes. Every ticket, 100% of proceeds, goes directly to a local charity selected by the guests in the room. Seats are limited. The moment is once in 50 years. Get yours now at sawmill.ca. Sawmill, we have a stake in your community. There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kayson Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Kayson Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
The Nielsen Show.
You know, on airplanes, WestJet lately, in the little snack box they give you, a little chocolate in there. It's called Awake. Have you seen this Awake chocolate? And it comes with caffeine in it. So I've been taking those and pretending it's like a real kick. Yeah. I was just like, oh, here we go.
Under the tongue and away we go.
Yeah, I turn around to the rest of the plane. I say, it's about to go down. And I open up and I eat this Awake chocolate. Hey, Dusty, yelling it's about to go down on a plane is probably not a good thing. That's a good point.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings at 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems, right here in the Modern Measure studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by the PGA of Alberta. Looking to shed strokes this summer, the PGA of Canada professionals in Alberta know their stuff. From equipment and technology to technique, they're your most trusted resource for getting more out of the game you love. And visit pgaofalberta.com and get to know your local pro today. And just one text came into the Modern Measure inbox, and it was a correction on the last one. That was a chirp at you, Zach. A new driver won't make you hit it further and straighter if your swing is messed up. Lessons will help only if you practice. Was not sent in by a listener named Zach. It was a chirp at you for not practicing last year with all those lessons you were getting.
No, I showed up. It was the practice outside for sure of those lessons. Like, you feel so good when you're at the lesson, and then it's just what you do when you leave as well, right? You got to put that extra, even 15 minutes a day. And I've learned that. I've since looked back on those days and
regretted your mistakes. Yes, yeah. Okay. Well, we can even talk about that a little bit more here as we welcome in your Improve Your Game segment, Cody Hancock, teaching professional at the Sturgeon Valley Golf and Country Club. Good morning. How you doing this morning, Cody?
Morning, Murray. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah. So following up on that texter, when people come to you for lessons and then they don't spend any time working on what you do in the lessons, in between your lessons, what are we doing here, right?
Yeah, I'm starting to get some gray hairs in the beard, and I think that's what it's from. So, I mean, ultimately, you come to the session for some knowledge, but it's more important what you do after. Absolutely. Nothing pains me more than a student coming back a month after our session and they haven't hit a ball since. So.
Yeah. They're wasting their money, really. I mean, you'll 100%. Happily take it, but
I'll happily take it. Yeah. But as a coach, I do actually care that my students get better. So.
Yeah. And yeah, that's awesome for sure. So one area that frustrates a lot of golfers is wedge distance control, say from 40 yards to 100 yards. Why do so many golfers struggle with that part of the game? And what's the first thing you typically try to fix with that for people?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's simply that they just don't practice that area of their game enough. I'm at the range basically all day, every day, and I look down range when I'm coaching and I see everyone smashing 7-irons and drivers over and over and over. And rarely do I ever see someone working on their finesse wedges. So, I mean, ultimately it comes down to practice. And I know at most driving ranges it's difficult because there aren't a lot of targets. So being able to utilize a simulator, or for those that are willing to invest in just a cheap, portable $200 to $400 device that measures ball speed and club speed, just to get a baseline for those numbers. But I would say, simply practice.
So how do you approach that with students? Are you trying to get them to learn what their stock yardages are, say, for each club, or partial swing systems to get them to tune into that? Or how do you work with that?
I'm still a fan of adjusting the distance by the length of the swing. So I get all players, at least as a starting point, to learn their hip to hip, chest to chest, and shoulder to shoulder. And that would be referencing how far the hands travel. So I like to get some symmetry on both sides of the swing and just get those 3 numbers. So a lot of people are familiar with the clock system, similar idea, 9 to 3 or 10 to 2, 8 to 4, just getting those baseline numbers. And I would have them start with their highest lofted club, but the more time they're willing to spend, then we'd branch off to sand wedge, maybe gap wedge, even a pitching wedge, and fill out a whole wedge matrix. And then you can go crazy with that. You can go hip to chest, hip to shoulder, and you can fill in. So essentially you could have upwards of 30 different distances, really with only a handful of swing lengths, different clubs. And so that's what I like to do.
So getting closer to the greens, when we're talking, chipping, much closer to the greens than that 40 yards, so many people just get their lob wedge out and think that that's the short game club and that's what they should do. Like, what's your mindset when it comes to that type of thing? Do you agree with that, or would you teach other methods?
Yeah, so it really depends on the player in front of me. For myself, I do bias towards, in my own game, lob wedge pretty much everywhere. And the reason for that is how I'm hitting it. And I mean, I'm trying to model what the best players do, and they're delivering a 60-degree wedge with about or close to 15 degrees of shaft lean. So it's not coming out super high, where when I'm coaching students, a lot of the time that lob wedge is scoopy. It's coming out very high. They have terrible low point control. So in my own game, I prefer lob wedge, and for good players, that's often the case. But if I'm teaching a beginner class, I'm absolutely going to give them the option of a bump and run, or I call it a putt chip. So something like an 8 or a 9 iron, oftentimes a putting grip like I would use, get it in frame there. Use a putting grip and, just a simple small swing motion that comes out lower, gets on the ground quickly, rolls out. So I'm never going to say there's an absolute, you must use a lob wedge or you must use a bump and run. It just, a player's ultimately got to spend some time around the green and figure out what works best for them. And I know in my game, I tend to just perform better with a lob wedge, and I'm very limited on how much I can practice. So I bias towards just using one club as much as possible. And I'll play with ball position a little bit, but that's not right for everyone. So it really depends.
A lot of golfers work on their mechanics constantly, but still don't necessarily score better. In your opinion, what do people practice too much, and what do people practice don't spend enough time practicing?
Yeah, back to what I was saying about spending my days at the range and seeing that the range is slam packed. Often there's a lineup to get a spot, and I look over at the short game area and there's 0 or 1 person in a bunker and maybe a couple people chipping that are often waiting to get onto the range, and maybe 1 or 2 people putting, where there's 15, 20 people at the range lined up. So, ultimately, again, it is practice as well.
Yeah, how about those people that just show up to the driving range with their driver and nothing else, eh?
That's a classic one. Show up for a lesson. I say, okay, go ahead and warm up like you normally would. And they pull out the driver and it says, whoa. Okay, let's maybe start with a wedge. And
yeah. Their back probably would appreciate starting with the wedge too.
Yeah, 100%. It's good for chiropractors, though.
Yeah, for sure. Now, what's one adjustment or concept you've taught recently that tends to create an immediate wow moment for golfers during a lesson?
Yeah, I think a lot, and it's not just recently, but I think it always comes down to, with most golfers, getting their hands on the club correctly. So I still see day in and day out a lot of terrible grips, holding it way too much through the palm, and hands all mismatched. So I always am going to look at that first, and as soon as I get their hands in the right place, if they have a poor grip, I mean, that's an immediate wow factor. It might feel weird, but it immediately changes contact ball flight, and once I get through that initial awkward period of it, it's amazing, right? So that'd be the one thing, more than changing a swing, for sure.
So launch monitors, video, all the tech that is available for golf instructors like yourself to use on the students, how do you balance that compared to like feel and instinct and athleticism when it comes to the swing and whatnot?
Yeah, I love technology. I use it every day. I use Sportsbox AI. I use wrist sensors, putting sensors. I use it all, launch monitors, of course. But it's only for me to just confirm what I might see on video. And I kind of think of it like you go to a doctor, you get an x-ray or an MRI to know exactly what's happening. But my job as a coach is not to bog down with a bunch of numbers and confuse them. It's just for me to confirm what I see and what I want to coach. And then, I mean, it helps validate what I'm doing. Ultimately, the student in front of me needs to buy into what I'm saying and what I'm coaching. And proving it with some data is very helpful, right? So I know if I went for a lesson, I want to see some data, and just like I go to a doctor, I don't just want his, opinion. I want the facts for sure.
No doubt. Yeah, for sure. Joining us on the VIP Golf Show is Cody Hancock, teaching professional at the Sturgeon Valley Golf and Country Club. If you could give a recreational golfer one realistic game improvement focus for the rest of this golf season, what is something that would genuinely lower their scores?
Yeah, I keep going back to short game, but ultimately I think if you want to drop your scores, it comes down to short game and course management are the lowest hanging fruit. Changing your golf swing often takes months. It's extremely difficult. So if we're trying to get better quick, it's spend a lot of time, especially on the putting greens, with speed control. I would also say that ask yourself before every round of golf, do you go and roll putts? Because a lot of golfers that I play with, and I'm guilty too, you rush out to the tee time, you're coming in hot, you don't hit any putts, and you 3-putt the first few greens, and then you get the speed figured out, and by that point, it's already too late. So I would spend a lot of time on speed control, a lot of time just in the short game area, and then I use decade course management, but I would have players just kind of start to think when they're on the golf course of even often aiming away from flags. If you see the pins tucked left behind a bunker, let's aim and bias a bit towards the safe side to avoid double bogeys or worse. And ultimately, good golf is avoiding 3 putts, 2 chips, so missing the green if you're in a bunker or if you're off the green, and double bogeys. So that's ultimately where I would look.
One thing that you're known for is using physical screens while you're coaching. Talk about that and what the value is in that for you as an instructor.
Yeah, for sure. So kind of where my passion for that came from was as a junior and even through college years, I was always kind of plagued with bad knee, really bad back. I still chronically have a bad neck. So for me, trying to get better at my own game and trying to improve my swing, a lot of it came down to physical limitations and just improving my mobility in my body. It's a work in progress, of course. But so I got into the TPI world. I did their level 1, and now I've gone through all their level 2 certifications. And with all my long-term students and coaching programs, the first thing I do before I even look at their golf swing is run them through a quick screen. It takes about 15 minutes, 16 different movements in the TPI screen just to figure out is, hey, a position we're going to try and get into, even possible with your limitations. Maybe they've got a really bad shoulder and can't externally rotate, and they've got a flying elbow at the top of their backswing. The reality is either we need to fix the shoulder or we need to work around it in the golf swing. So people pay me a lot of their hard-earned money to make them better, and I don't want to waste their time or my time trying to make changes they physically can't do.
Talk about the different programs that you offer, and also go into the winter, because I know you instruct indoors in the winter as well.
Yeah, that's right. So the programs I do a 3-month, 6-month, and a year-long coaching program. And essentially it's a commitment on both sides, but it allows us to go through a TPI screen, spend lots of time on full swing and short game. We do an on-course playing lesson. So I'll go spend 2 hours on a course, talking them through a lot of that decade course management. So how do you actually play golf? I know when I first started doing playing lessons over a decade ago, I'd get out there and, you think you're making great progress with a student and you get them on the course and there's a side hill lie on like the driving range, or you get them in a weird spot, or they're in the trees trying to punch out or should be punching out, but they're trying to hit a hero shot that they might have seen on a highlight reel. So basically my point is they have no idea how to actually play the game. They play golf swing all day at the driving range, but they don't know how to play golf. So those are kind of my base programs. Right now, like I'm pretty much filled up on that for the summer months, but I do a new intake of that starting November 1st at Ted Danson's Indoor Golf, where I'm a part owner. So I coach indoors in St. Albert 6 months of the year, and then I'm at Sturgeon Valley for the other 6 months.
If people want to connect with you to book some lessons, how can they find you?
Yeah, it's www.codyhancock.com.
All right. Well, you got any big plans for this rainy Sunday? Or you're probably a free man with all this rain today, right?
Mostly, yeah. Thankfully for simulators, I still got some lessons booked today, so I'm going to head in shortly. But we're supposed to have a 9-hole event for our junior and ladies academy. So that's our Operation 36 program. I've got 66 golfers on the tee sheet, but I'm afraid there might be 0 going out. So we'll see, but not looking good.
Yeah. Well, we need the rain too, so
yeah,
all good.
100%.
Well, you have yourself a good day, and thanks so much for your time. Appreciate you. You come across so well. I just want to say that, thanks. Like the information that you present is so crystal clear and beneficial to everybody. So you're awfully darn good at what you do.
Awesome. I appreciate it, Murray. Have a great day.
You bet. Have a good one. That's Cody Hancock, the teaching professional at the Sturgeon Valley Golf and Country Club. On the other side of the break, we're going to go around YEG, check in with Art New from the Trestle Creek Golf Resort. Stay with us. This is the VIP Golf Show in the Modern I can't talk today. Modern Measure Studio right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before. You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before you buy it. At Green Tree, we handle everything. No chasing contractors, no guesswork, no surprises. A seamless experience from the initial sketch to the final brick. Green Tree Outdoor Living, making neighbors jealous since '98. Book your consultation today at greentreelandscaping.ca.
Your logo matters. So if you're gonna put it onto something, it's gonna be tough enough to be useful. Tough Stuff Promotions works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hard-working name. Whether it's promotional items, branded clothing, industrial workwear, golf, or athletics, Tough Stuff works hard for hard-working folks. Get the tough stuff you need when you need it. For easy ordering, call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com.
Enjoy a round of golf on 2 of Canada's top public courses at Wolf Creek, designed by renowned architect Rod Whitman. If you haven't been to Wolf Creek recently, now's the time to check out the best course conditions in years. Enjoy a pure links golf experience and great course conditions. After your game, relax at Barney's Lounge with great food, drinks, and patio views. It's a destination getaway only a short drive away in Ponoka. Visit wolfcreekgolf.com to learn more. Accelerate business connections at an executive level with Corporate Connections. We connect leaders around the world and empower them to create opportunities and meaningful change in their organizations, communities, and lives. Join a trusted network of top CEOs and industry pioneers. Share challenges, gain insights, and benefit from peer-to-peer experience sharing. Together, we elevate leadership, build personal and professional growth while expanding influence, and together building a brighter future. Corporate Connections is your gateway to transformative connections. Visit us at corporatecommunications.com, where leaders connect.
Crazy about roofs. Crazy about roofs.
Get ready to tee off for a great cause. The Ardent Roof Systems annual Charity Classic Golf Tournament is happening Friday, July 10th at the Ranch Golf and Country Club. Join us for a full day of golf, all supporting the Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation Childlike Program.
Crazy about roofs.
Golf spots and sponsorship opportunities are available now at ardentroofsystems.com.
Most guys chase more. More clothes, more noise, more nothing. Steady does the opposite. Twice a year, just 5 to 7 pieces. Precision built for men who move with discipline who value quality, who don't waste time guessing what to wear. This isn't fashion. This is international. Limited. Elevated. Drop 1 goes on sale August 1st and delivers in December. And when it's gone, it's gone. If you're not on the founding list, you're already behind. Go to steadyformen.ca. Get in, get ready, steady. Essential good for men.
Customize clubs based on size, speed, and ability. From Tour Pro to the casual golfer, everyone can benefit from clubs that are custom fit for their game. Featuring the most extensive range of custom club components from driver through to putter, TaylorMade Performance Centers offer one-on-one tour-level fittings and TrackMan launch monitor technology. Visit the TaylorMade Performance Center at the Ranch Golf and Country Club to take your golf game to the next level and dial in your equipment. For more details and to book your fitting, visit TaylorMadeFitting.ca.
Immerse yourself in a world where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. At the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, every round connects you with the courageous stories of our military's past. With fairways set against genuine combat equipment and historic monuments, your game becomes a meaningful link to the legacy of those who've served. And make sure to aim carefully to avoid a memorable shot off a tank. Get your membership and celebrate the challenge of golf and the honor of our armed forces. Visit egmgolf.com for more. There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kayson Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Kayson Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at VIPgolf.ca.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here in the Modern Measure studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by the Twin Willows Golf Club, part of Edmonton's golf community since 1965. Visit us at twinwillowsgolf.com. And one quick text in the Modern Measure inbox: bump and run is my go-to toe down chipping. Less chance of disaster. Yeah, bump and run chipping, absolutely. If you're trying to flop stuff around the green, you scull it over the back of the green, you move it 2 inches. It's not a lot of fun if you don't have that consistency down. I agree for sure. And we are going around YEG, checking in with the Trestle Creek Golf Resort. And Artie New, good morning, Art. How you doing?
Good morning, Murray. I'm very well. How are you on this wet Sunday?
Yeah, I was supposed to play. Well, I'm still going to try to play golf at 11 o'clock if it's not too crazy. But where are you? What are your plans today? Anything fun?
Well, I was supposed to play with my son and the parent-child at Highlands this morning, or this afternoon rather, and but it got canceled. So, yeah, we'll probably just go and hang out and do some fun stuff.
Well, that sounds like a good plan too. Well, Art, let's start with the Trestle Creek Golf Resort and the course itself. How are the conditions shaping up this season? And for those that haven't played Trestle recently, what makes the layout such a unique test compared to other courses in Alberta?
Well, number one, the greens are probably the biggest challenge. They're very undulating. There's different quadrants. You have to hit it in the right spot. And if you miss, you definitely have to miss on the correct side, depending on the pin placement, so that you have a chance to recover. So that's probably the biggest challenge. The layout, it's a Brad Dupuis design. Brad worked with a bunch of notable architects throughout his career. He worked with Nicholas, Pete Dye, Rod Whitman, to name a few. And then this was the first project he did on his own, and wow, he did a good one. It's a hidden gem, 5 tee boxes, for different yardages and different skill levels, and just it's it's got everything. It's a mix of everything. It's a golf course that you can play so many times and you're never bored of it. It's always different and different challenges each time you play. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no question about that. Now, Trestle Creek, you guys host both men's and ladies Pro-Am events. What can players expect from these events, and why have they become such popular fixtures on your calendar at Trestle?
Well, actually, so this is my first year of doing them at Trestle. So the ladies Pro-Am, for example, I played in Daryl McDonald's Pro-Am for so many years, and I think you did too, Murray, at Mill Woods, and it was such a fabulous event. And since then, Highlands brought in a ladies Pro-Am, but it's more of an invitational, and it's tough to get into. It's mostly supported by membership. So I saw that there was a need maybe to start another one that's a little more open, excuse me, and where the professionals can bring a team of their lady amateurs over and have a fun day of golf. So really looking forward to it. It's the first year that I'm doing it. And so it's in its early stages, but it will be a fun day. I guarantee that. And the men's Pro-Am, same thing. Daryl used to do a fabulous men's Pro-Am. It was 36 holes, and I just thought it'd be kind of fun to bring a bunch of people out to Trestle and introduce them to the golf course. And CVS Controls has stepped up to sponsor that one, so it should be a good event. The ladies is in July, mid-July, and the men's is late August. So I'm looking forward to both those events, and they're going to enjoy the golf course if they haven't been there, both pros and amateurs. So it'll be wonderful.
Well, all the years playing in DMAX Pro-Ams, you got a lot of great tips on how to run a great show. So I'm sure you're going to do wonderful with that, Art?
Oh, absolutely. He was the best at it, and he set the bar, and I would love to get halfway to that bar. You know, those events were awesome. So
yeah, for sure they were, no doubt. Trestle Creek, you're hosting a 2-day PGA of Alberta Players Tour event this season. What does it mean for the facility to get all the top pros from the province out there playing?
Again, more and more people, more exposure. You know, to me, it amazes me. This is my 4th year out at Trestle, and I can't believe how many people still don't know about the golf course or haven't played it. And it's really not that far out of Edmonton, as you know, and it's just such a hidden gem. So by having an event like this, it gets the guys talking. They're telling their members about it when they're coming up this way, you know, from the south or from other places in the province. I'm hoping they'll say, oh, you need to go visit Trestle Creek. And you know, just any exposure is wonderful. We're also hosting the Alberta Senior Championship this year, so we're excited about that. Again, just more and more exposure. You know, each year I keep landing some very high-profile events, and I'm excited about that. And it just gives us that extra exposure, so it's going to be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are marketing opportunities and get people talking about, I mean, the layout out at Trestle is phenomenal. So, like, if the more people that are playing it and get eyes on it, the more you're going to end up out there playing more often, hey?
100%.
You know, you've watched the golf course evolve now over a few years. Are there any particular holes or features that players consistently talk about after their round?
Well, our feature hole is probably number 16. It's now we are going to have 3 9s eventually, as you know. So each one is named, and on our scorecard, the 16th hole, or what I call the 16th hole, is number 7 on Creekside, and it's an island green par 3, and from the top tees, like the blacks, it's 155 yards, and from the very back it plays about 178, and it probably drops, I don't know, 100 to 150 feet, and so there's quite an elevation change there, and being an island green, the wind swirls all over, so it's an intimidating golf shot on the best of days, even from the forward tees, and it probably gets talked about the most, there's no question.
Now, what's your percentage ball on the green versus ball on the water, Art?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I don't play much, as you know, Murray. So I'm probably 50%.
50%.
Yeah, depending on the tee box. But
now how often you get divers out there to get the balls out? You could make a pretty penny off selling used balls.
Absolutely, we usually do that yearly. Yeah.
Well, beyond the golf course, Art, there is a lot happening at Trestle Creek from a development standpoint. Can you tell us about Phase 6 and the current pre-sale opportunities and what prospective buyers should be excited about with this project?
Yeah, we're really excited about it. I mean, we've got 5 phases. We're virtually sold out, and we're going to start developing Phase 6, which is up in our Magnolia area, we call it, and it'll be the Magnolia 9 that will be surrounding and going through the phase, and it's going to have approximately 170 new lots that they'll be building. Some will be, stay and play lots that we have, but they're pre-selling those now. Not the stay and play, but the privately owned lots. There'll be a swimming pool and outdoor pool that'll be in that phase that all 5 phases or all 6 phases can use. Believe there's going to be an ice rink for the wintertime, outdoor rink for shinny, etc. And there's a little more elevation in that phase. And the Magnolia 9, we have 3 holes developed now that are finished, and we can play on those in a little 3-hole loop. And then last year we shaped the other 6 holes. So we're hoping possibly by this fall that we can maybe get those irrigated and seeded. That's the plan and the hope. So if everything starts to go well, we will do that. The lots, they have, open lots, there's treed lots, there's a lot of variety. So definitely if you're looking for an RV property, I'm telling you the lifestyle, the community at Trestle has blown me away in my 4 years there. That's the biggest reason I'm still there. 2 reasons. I love the golf course, and the people out there are just amazing. It's a wonderful community. I've never met such a close group that likes to have fun and enjoy themselves, and they're so welcoming to everybody. They welcomed me, so that says a lot. But
you like your fun, Art. You're a good guy to hang around if people are having fun.
Yeah, no, I do. That's for sure. Well, life's short, so you got to have fun. But no, it's a wonderful project. The entire thing, like the vision, just Alvin Clark is the owner, and he just, to think of this and then bring it to fruition just blows me away. So it's a really cool place. And if you're into that RV stuff or a park model and golf or non-golf, we have a water park and a water slide for the non-golfers and families, a beach area. It's just a fabulous place. And if you don't know anything about it, you need to check it out. It's really cool. And I got to give Kevin Douglas a shout out, our superintendent. The golf course wintered quite well. We had 1 green that got some ice damage on it, but it's really coming together now. And this rain's going to help, and then some heat, and it's going to be just mint again. So it'll be good.
Now, Art, I've been asked, and I didn't know the answer to the question. The new 9, is it kind of fit right in with the other ones, or is it a different design?
It's the same designer, Brad Dupuis, and so he's still involved with the project, which is wonderful. Now, once the new 9 is finished, there are a couple slight changes on a few of the holes and the rotation. So there will be a little bit of an adjustment for sure. It won't be the same 2 9s and the new 9. They'll be taking a hole from one of the other ones and integrating it. So they will be called Jackpine, Creekside, and Magnolia, but there will be a little bit of a different flow.
Now we're running out of time, Art, but next time we have you on, we can go more in depth on this. But I just want to touch base real quick on your golf excursions to Asia that you started hosting.
Yeah, so I used to do these years ago, and then I started a couple years, just 2 years ago, and had wonderful groups. We've gone to Thailand and Vietnam and had just a fabulous time over there. It's a great experience. I'm putting together this year's trip and we're looking like Hoi An in Vietnam and then Hua Hin in Thailand again. And the golf is magnificent. It's a different experience than we have here. You get caddies, and it's a lot of fun. The golf courses are just wonderful. Food, everything. Once you get over there is just a wonderful experience. The worst part is getting there. It's just long. It's a long day. But once you're there, it's just fabulous. So watch for that coming up. I should be advertising that shortly.
Awesome. If people want to get more information on Trestle Creek or book a tee time, how can they do it?
They can do it online through our webpage. It's trestlecreek.ca, or they can call the golf shop at 780-727-4575.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time, Art. Have a great day with your son. Stay dry.
Thanks, Murray, and thanks for having me on as always, and keep up the great work. We'll see you soon.
All right. Appreciate it, Art. That was Art New from the Trestle Creek Golf Resort. On the other side of the break will be the open segment. We'll do our junior golf report, my rant of the week, and much more. This is the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Escape the ordinary and experience golfing paradise at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Immerse yourself in our exceptional layout and enjoy excellent conditions that will take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself with a unique twist. Tackle the only black sand traps in all of Alberta. And why not extend your stay? Relax in one of our spacious RV lots, offering the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. Visit coalcreek.ca now to book your tee time and plan your unforgettable getaway at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Your perfect golfing escape awaits.
Think golf season ends when the snow falls? Think again. With the Golf Canada app, Alberta golfers can now take their game indoors. Track your simulator practice sessions, including time, focus, and location, all in one place. You can even log your indoor rounds, from the course you played to your final score, giving you a complete picture of your progress all off-season long. It won't impact your handicap, but it will elevate your game. Keep improving all year round. Visit albertagolf.org and click Find an Off-Course Facility to get started.
Trestle Creek Golf Resort, just 45 minutes west of Edmonton, is one of the best RV resorts in Alberta. With a championship golf course, water park, sports park, and spectacular views, you won't want to leave. We're proud to be launching our new Phase 6 development with 103 new lots for pre-sale. This phase will include an in-ground swimming pool. Call 780-514-0005 to view this exciting development and pick your perfect piece of paradise. You can live year-round or just spend the summer. Either way, Trestle Creek has you covered with plenty of year-round activities. Book your tour or tee time at trestlecreek.ca.
Trade in the ordinary for the extraordinary. Let VIP Golf elevate your game. Join VIP Golf and unlock preferred rates at Canada's premier resort courses. From your local favorites to the iconic peaks of Banff and Canmore to our stay and play packages on sun-drenched fairways in the Okanagan Valley. With over 170 courses coast to coast and membership packages that are tailored to fit your golf style, VIP members have more choice, get more value, and experience more unforgettable rounds. With VIP Golf, your next round isn't just a game, it's a getaway. Get your free trial today at VIPGolf.ca.
The Nielsen Show.
You know, on airplanes, WestJet lately, in the little snack box they give you, a little chocolate in there. It's called Awake. Have you seen this Awake chocolate? And it comes with caffeine in it. So I've been taking those and pretending it's like a real kick. Yeah. I was just like, oh, here we go.
Under the tongue and away we go.
Yeah, I turn around to the rest of the plane. I say, it's about to go down. And I open up and I eat this Awake chocolate. Hey, Dusty, yelling it's about to go down on a plane is probably not a good thing. That's a good point.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings at 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Upgrade your game this season. Soro Group, Canadian owned and operated, delivers premium golf brands like Bedrati, Fairway and Green, Legendary Headwear, and Zero Restriction. Trusted by the best, built for your best rounds. Bedrati and Zero Restriction will be outfitting both President's Cup teams at Medina this fall, so you know you're wearing what the pros wear. Ask your local pro shop or shop online with code Edmonton10 for 10% off to try out our premium apparel. Soro Group, elevate your game.
There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kayson Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Kayson Golf, Canadian-made, custom fit for your game.
Grab your clubs and tee up for the ultimate summer of golf with Country Club Tour. Get access to 7 premier 18-hole courses plus indoor facilities. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. Country Club Tour has a course for every level of golfer. Get the most out of this golf season at great courses like Goose Hummock, Red Tail Landing, Sandpiper, River Ridge, Raven Crest, Whitetail Crossing, or Montgomery Glen. Make the most out of this golf season at countryclubtour.com.
Why pay more for advertising when you have options? At Lux Media Broker, we're not an agency, we're a brokerage. We work on your behalf to source, negotiate, and manage your marketing across over 100 advertising options nationwide. From out-of-home and transit to radio, digital, TV, and social media, we tap into it all. No retainers, no hidden fees, just better rates, added value, and smarter strategy. Learn about the brokerage difference at luxmediabroker.com. We broker, we negotiate, we optimize. Lux Media Broker. Elevate your marketing.
You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before you buy it. At Green Tree, we handle everything. No chasing contractors, no guesswork, no surprises. A seamless experience from the initial sketch to the final brick. Green Tree Outdoor Living, making neighbors jealous since '98. Book your consultation today at greentreelandscaping.ca.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show presented by Ardent Roof Systems here in the Modern Measure studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by Corporate Connections. Are you a business leader looking to connect with other business leaders to create and accelerate business opportunities, experience the extraordinary, make smarter decisions faster, and ultimately grow your business? If so, Corporate Connections is where you want to be. Email Executive Director Pat Stride at pstride@corporateconnections.com for more information. And just a reminder, our engagement question of the week is: golfers spend too much money on equipment and not enough on lessons. Do you agree or disagree? Chime in the nasty chat or text in to the Modern Measure studio inbox at 780-218-9999. And we're going to jump into the Junior Golf Report with Dunc Mills. Good morning, Dunc. How are you doing today?
Chances of getting a tee time this morning at the ranch.
Well,
about 11 o'clock or so.
I'm planning on playing. So
you and KK going out today?
That's the game plan. And KK will play in anything.
Good for it. You know, I was thinking that this morning. I went upstairs to get a coffee an hour and a half ago, and I'm looking out at this much needed rain coming down. And I got thinking back over all those years that I ran the McLennan Ross Junior Tour. You know, I'll bet you in all that time, we maybe had 10 events that we got actually rained or lightninged right out, that the kids couldn't finish. It was dangerous situations or the course was just unplayable. But these kids slugged it out in rain. And I'm thinking this is the last place in the world that I would want to be today, but I'm out there. If the kids are out there, I'm out there helping, and it motivated me. You know, I give them full marks, these young people. They'll get out there and they'll play in anything like KK. So
yeah, well, I don't know what it's like outside right now, but when I got to the studio this morning, I've said to the first guest that was on with this, I played in worse than this. So
sure.
Yeah,
we all have, you know.
Yeah, so we'll see. What happened on the junior golf scene this week?
Well, we've got some results to talk about, but I first want to talk about a couple of events coming up soon, Murray, if I may.
Sure.
This is a big week. Golf Canada runs a series of, I think, 6 national level junior events across the country in the spring called Next Gen. These are 54-hole events, and the Next Gen Western event is this coming weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Wolf Creek, the old course, where they've got a field, I believe, of 120. It's sold out for sure. of players from across Western Canada, BC, Alberta, of course, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. There's a kid in there from Quebec. I saw a couple from Texas, if you can imagine. But there's exemptions into the Canadian Junior for the winners. All the top. I would say that it would be fair to say that the field for this next gen will be equal to or better than the Alberta U19 championships coming up. These are the top players from across Western Canada going to be going to Wolf Creek this coming weekend. So we'll have some results or partial results for us for next week on that. So that's a big
awesome.
event.
Yeah, you bet.
I apologize to Sailor May from Rocky Mountain House. I misidentified Sailor last week as being from Innisfail. She and Bray Rogalchik, who is from Innisfail, had won the best ball Alberta Golf Championship at Sundre a couple of weeks ago. So my apologies to Sailor on that. Coming up, events on the McLennan Ross Tour is getting ready to get going soon. The kickoff event, the 9-hole welcome and introduction, is going to be on June 28th for Northern Alberta at Rundle. I looked at the entry list this morning. There's already a lot of kids signed up for that, probably 50 or more. I'm just guessing, I'm estimating. But what was interesting was, this is supposed to be an introduction for the onboarding of these juniors to get into the McLennan Ross Tour and junior golf in general competitively. And there were kids from 7, 8, 9, and some as old as 17, 18 that maybe haven't played junior golf before competitively, and they're looking for ways to get involved. So it isn't all just about the little guys, But in that vein, the Maple Leaf Tour had an event last week I want to talk a little bit about at Collicutt Siding in Crossfield. Lyndon King's course down there. I'm sure you know Lyndon very well. And this is their mini tour, the Maple Leaf Tour runs, and these are kids 12 and under. So from what I can gather from the results pages, the 10 and under kids play a shorter course at about 3,600 yards for 18 holes. And the older kids, the 11 and 12-year-olds, play at about 5,000, 5,200. So it's more of a regulation course for them. But we had some Edmonton kids down there at Collicutt. In the girls 11 and 12, Mia Hay shot 81, and I apologize, Mia, her last name is spelled H-E, so I don't know if it's Hay or so anyway, Mia, nice round there for 81 to win the girls 11 and 12-year-old. A young boy from Whitecourt, Samuel Cote, finished third in the boys 8 and under, good for him. And in the boys 11 and 12, a name we're seeing a lot on leaderboards lately, this young lad from Irma, Rylan Hrayachuk, he finished third with a 78 in the boys 11 and 12. But what was interesting was to me was the results in the boys 9 and 10. So these kids played a 3,600-yard course. So I think what they do is they play the par 5s at about 250 yards and the par 4s at about 200 and the par 3s at about 150. So it breaks out at 3,600 yards.
That makes sense for sure.
They're 9, they're 10, they're 8 years old. That's more than reasonable. And they can get out and they can make a score and they can make pars and they can make birdies and it builds their confidence. So good for them to run it that way. But a young lad from Edmonton by the name of Blake Widmer got a little publicity there. He shot a 5 under par 67.
Oh, good for him.
To win. And he won by one shot over 2 other kids. One boy named James Klein from Edmonton and Jonas Estabrook from Leduc were one shot back with 68. But it was interesting to read the press release on the MJT site. They're talking to this Blake kid, and he said, I've wanted to win this event for so long. You're 9.
Hasn't been that long, yeah.
It hasn't been that long, young man. So good for him. So I can imagine this 9-year-old with a microphone stuck under his chin doing an interview doing his press conference after the round. So good for him.
Awesome.
But lots of events coming up. The first full field McLennan Ross event is in Barhead. It'll be a little over a month on July 7th. Encourage kids and parents, go to the Alberta Golf website, look for the junior section, all the information on how to enter the welcome event at Rundle coming up on the 28th of June, and then the regular field events start in July and August. So there's lots of junior golf coming up. And I hope some Alberta kids do very well at Wolf Creek. They're playing it from the tips. They're playing 6650 for the boys. So
all right,
they're not playing a short course there by any means. So good for them.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll look forward to that result and next week. Big tournament for sure. And thanks so much for getting us that information. And we'll catch up with you next week, Dunc.
Thanks, Murray.
All right.
Stay dry, you guys.
All right, thanks, Dunc. That was Dunc Mills doing our junior golf report. And other events this week, Edmonton Golf Association starts with the Edmonton Men's Amateur June 7th to 9th at Glendale. So that's coming up this week. The PGA of Alberta, the only thing that went on this week was the North got started with the match play. It was at Millwoods. I played in it with my partner, Sean. We did well. We qualified on to the next round, and yeah, it was a fun day. The Millwoods greens were Millwoods greens. They're fast and tricky, so that was awesome. But yeah, I actually found a little bit of a game. I was 1 under through 13 on my own ball, and then I limped in a little bit. Sean's game got a little hot at the end, and we ended up shooting a couple under and have made it on into the next round of that. So excited for that. Also upcoming is the Tournament of Champions of the PGA, which is on June 4th. So just a couple days away from that. And, with my golf too, I did play last Sunday and kind of the same thing, 2 rounds in a row now. I was really good through 13 holes and then I fell off. So I'm still coming along, trying to get through all of my swing changes and get comfortable through 18 holes. But, I'm starting to get there for sure. And I want to get into this engagement question this week and bring Zach into it. So the engagement question again, and let us know if your answer to this too is, I'm saying golfers spend too much money on equipment and not enough on lessons. If you agree or disagree, text in 780-218-9999 in the Modern Measure inbox. And Zach, you went through a boatload of lessons last year with Cam Martins. I did this winter with Cam Martins, and so what's your take on that?
Well, I gotta say, I'm a pretty cheap guy myself, and I was very new to golf, getting into it, teaching with Cam Martins, and I was using golf clubs that were handed down to me from my dad that weren't fitted to me or anything like that. I even bought clubs from Goodwill. Like I was telling you during the break, I'm a big thrifter guy, and I found some clubs. I told you I found hickory clubs, and you asked me if I bought them. Some of the clubs I bought were that bad that I use getting better at the game. But I must agree. I compare it to the only sport that I really played growing up for a long time, which is hockey. You always have that one kid on your team who sucks. Maybe not take the greatest shot and says, oh, well, it's my stick. I need a better stick. And they end up getting the new stick, and it's not the same thing. So with golf, if you're buying a $600, $700 driver and you can't hit the ball...
$900 now, Zach, for a good.
Wow, really?
Best driver, yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you're spending that much money on equipment, you better know how to strike the ball first. So some people might look at it and say, oh, I can get a couple yards. And, everybody has told me that there's more give with the newer equipment as well. So if you aren't good in your actual technique, you can maybe seem a little bit better, but that's kind of a cheap way around it. I must agree, though, that people spend too much money on equipment rather than putting it into lessons, because the lessons that I got helped me a lot. And I'm sure if I bought fancy new clubs, I wouldn't have been good at all.
Yeah. And so my take on that is it almost depends on the level of golf that you play. At Zach's stage in the beginning level, lessons are far, far, far more important than equipment. Later on, I might turn the other way and say that the equipment is, and I'm going to give you an example. I mentioned earlier on the show that a bunch of Elks players were out playing yesterday, and me and Jess and Luke, we were hanging out with them for several holes, having some fun with them. And on the 9th hole, one of the receivers, O'Leary Orange, he smashes a ball, and he hit it so hard. These football players are so strong, and I'm thinking, my God, is that ball out there 80,000 miles? We get up there, and yes, it was out there a long, long, long ways, but it floated up in the air and it was all spinny. And I'm like thinking to myself, when I saw where the ball was, I'm thinking it should have been so much further than it was. And so I said to him, like, this makes no sense that this is as far as your ball went. Another player in the group hit it past him. And I said, I got to look at your driver and see what you're playing with. So I look at his driver, and it was a senior flex shaft. And, a guy as strong as that playing a senior flex, there's no wonder the ball floated up in the air. If he uses a stiff shaft, that ball's at least 40, 50 yards longer than it was. So equipment at certain stages, it does matter a lot, but it's both. You need to take lessons, and you need to get clubs that are the right clubs for you. And time to cue up the rant of the week. He is far, far, far exceeding expectations.
It's now time for Murray McCourt's Rant of the Week.
Darnell Nurse right now in a ridiculous contract. You want to know whose fault that contract is?
All brought to you by Steady for Men. Steady, essential goods for men. A limited edition box of premium hand-picked essentials. No subscriptions, just 2 exclusive drops a year. Join the waitlist at steadyformen.ca.
All right, this week it kind of goes with the theme of the show. My rant is going to be about swing changes fail because the expectations are completely unrealistic. Swing changes don't fail because they're impossible. They fail because your expectations are unrealistic. Golfers love the idea of getting better, but they hate the time and effort that it takes to actually improve. We talked earlier about practicing. You can take lessons, but the lessons do nothing if you don't work on what you're talking about. Everyone wants results immediately. When they don't get them, they bail out. They quit working on the changes they're trying to make. They blame their coach. Well, the reality check there is real swing changes almost always make you worse first. What that can look like is timing disappears, ball flight gets ugly, confidence drops. In my big swing change that I was doing this year, I hit an 8-iron only for 3 months. And I hit a boatload of shanks, and I'm a pro, but I put in the time and I put in the work, but that's where the breaking point happens. It's not because the change is wrong. It's because golfers are not prepared for the discomfort that is going to put them through. Improvement is not linear. It's messy. You take a step forward and you take 2 steps back, sometimes even in the same round or the same practice session. The players who exceed, they expect the struggle. They commit to the process. They measure progress in months, not days. Biggest mistake is trying to identify the immediate results. They want to look better rather than actually get better. Real changes require patience. It requires humility. It requires trusting yourself and trusting the process. Without trust, no swing change can survive the first tough stretch where you're going to start to struggle a little bit. The bottom line is golf doesn't reward impatient. It exposes it. Swing changes don't fail. Golfers just quit too soon. So if you want to get better and you're putting in the time and effort to get some lessons and make a change, stick it out. It takes some time. Put in the time, put in the effort, and the rewards will come. On the other side of the break, we have a great guest lineup, Niall Barrett with Elysian Golf, all about European golf travel and much more. I'm excited for this one. Stay with us on the VIP Golf Show here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Looking to make the most of your summer on the course? Alberta Golf has something for everyone. Looking to make the most of your summer on the course? Alberta Golf has something for everyone. For juniors, the McLennan Ross Alberta Junior Tour is back. The province's #1 competitive junior tour, featuring 24 stops across Alberta. Plus this year, Tour Information Days, where players and parents can learn everything they need to get started. More of a casual player? Upswing by Alberta Golf connects you to events all over the province, from scrambles to charity tournaments to play your own ball formats. Or join one of our 6 signature events and experience some of Alberta's most spectacular courses. And for those ready to compete, Alberta Golf hosts 14 championships for players of all ages, including the 90th Alberta Open at Pritis Greens. However you play, Alberta Golf is your home for the game this summer. Learn more at albertagolf.org.
There's still time to book your tournament at the Ranch Golf and Country Club.
As one of Alberta's top tourney courses, the Ranch makes hosting fun and easy for any group or business. No matter how unique or unusual, they'll accommodate your vision for an event no one will soon forget.
Start planning your tournament today at their beautifully landscaped course on the outskirts of West Edmonton. On-site event coordinators are here to help, but hurry, availability is limited and booking fast.
Visit theranchgolf.com.
Most guys chase more. More clothes, more noise, more nothing. Steady does the opposite. Twice a year, just 5 to 7 pieces. Precision built for men who move with discipline, who value quality, who don't waste time guessing what to wear. This isn't fashion. This is international. Limited. Elevated. Drop 1 goes on sale August 1st and delivers in December. And when it's gone, it's gone. If you're not on the founding list, you're already behind. Go to steadyformen.ca. Get in, get ready, steady. Essential good for men.
It delivers premium golf brands like Bedrati, Fairway and Green, Legendary Headwear, and Zero Restriction. Trusted by the best, built for your best rounds. Bedrati and Zero Restriction will be outfitting both President's Cup teams at Medina this fall, so you know you're wearing what the pros wear. Ask your local pro shop or shop online with code Edmonton10 for 10% off to try out our premium apparel. Soro Group, elevate your game.
Immerse yourself in a world where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. At the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, every round connects you with the courageous stories of our military's past. With fairways set against genuine combat equipment and historic monuments, your game becomes a meaningful link to the legacy of those who've served. And make sure to aim carefully to avoid a memorable shot off a tank. Get your membership and celebrate the challenge of golf and the honor of our armed forces. Visit egmgolf.com for more.
Looking for your next great round? Just minutes off the Hendan west of Edmonton, the Links at Spruce Grove is an 18-hole championship course that delivers. Tree-lined fairways, rolling terrain, pristine greens, and just enough challenge to test every skill level. Whether you're chasing a low score or enjoying a relaxed round with friends, this is golf done right. A favorite tournament destination with exceptional conditions and a staff that truly delivers. Plus, modern amenities, a full-service restaurant, and an event space for weddings, anniversaries, or business gatherings. Book your tee time today at lakesgolfcourse.com. The Links at Spruce Grove. Your next round starts here. Accelerate business connections at an executive level with Corporate Connections. We connect leaders around the world and empower them to create opportunities and meaningful change in their organizations, communities, and lives. Join a trusted network of top CEOs and industry pioneers. Share challenges, gain insights, and benefit from peer-to-peer experience sharing. Together, we elevate leadership, build personal and professional growth while expanding influence, and together building a brighter future. Corporate Connections is your gateway to transformative connections. Visit us at corporatecommunications.com, where leaders connect.
There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kayson Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Kayson Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
Join us for the return of the Tom Goodchild Memorial Golf Tournament on Thursday, June 18th at Millwoods Golf Course. Enjoy a day of golf while supporting a great cause. Start your day with a delicious breakfast followed by a round of golf, then unwind with the drinks and indulge in a gourmet dinner, all ending in a lively auction. Come out and celebrate Tom Goodchild's legacy while supporting the Tom Goodchild Memorial Bursary, which assists culinary students in financial need. The Tom Goodchild Memorial Golf Tournament promises unforgettable experiences. Don't miss out on the fun. Sign up now at sawmill.ca/golf. That's sawmill.ca/golf.
Why pay more for advertising when you have options? At Lux Media Broker, we're not an agency, we're a brokerage. We work on your behalf to source, negotiate, and manage your marketing across over 100 advertising options nationwide. From out-of-home and transit to radio, digital, TV, and social media, we tap into it all. No retainers, no hidden fees, just better rates, added value, and smarter strategy. Learn about the brokerage difference at luxmediabroker.com. We broker, we negotiate, we optimize. Lux Media Broker. Elevate your marketing.
We return to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Arden Roof Systems, with your host, Murray McCourt, only on your clear choice for sports, Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the VIP Golf Show, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here in the Modern Measure Studio on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name is Murray McCourt, and this segment is brought to you by the Stony Plain Golf Club. Whether you're looking to get custom fit clubs or lessons to improve your swing, check out the Stony Plain Golf Course at golfstonyplain.com. And a couple of texts to get to in our Modern Measure inbox. This one chiming in saying, it doesn't help that golf gear is so expensive. And yeah, I couldn't agree more with that one. And, you know, the biggest culprit in that, in my opinion, is how much money they're paying people to play their clubs on the PGA Tour and whatnot, because obviously the consumer is paying for that advertising for sure. No question that most people would improve more by getting good instruction, but we all get tempted to get the shiny new toy. I am as guilty as anyone else in that regard. And yeah, I think that's a common thing with most people. And a little string here from T-Hup. Good morning, gents. First time in at least 3 years that my Sunday round at the ranch has been outright canceled due to weather. All three of the rain, wind, and chill is too much to deal with. Stay dry. Also, properly fitted clubs are so important, but they're nothing without instruction and practice. Tiger Woods' swing change after he won the Masters in 1997 took a year and a half to get totally completed, and that's what we were talking about earlier. The patience that is required to get over the humps that you need to finally improve. And it is now a trivia time. Our trivia contest is brought to you by Tough Stuff Promotions. Tough Stuff works as hard as you do to create personalized swag that's tough enough for your hardworking name. Call 780-470-4545 or visit toughstuffpromotions.com for all your logo merchandise needs. The winner of the contest will get a custom fitting from the TaylorMade Performance Center and a gift card to the Keg Steakhouse and Bar with 5 locations around Edmonton. Why not tonight? And what's the question this week, Zach?
Yeah, if you know the answer to this one, reach out 780-218-9999. The first person to get in touch with the correct answer will win a $50 gift card and a free complimentary fitting there from TaylorMade CA. The question today is, which golf course is nicknamed the Monster and has hosted multiple PGA Tour events? Text that in 780-218-9999.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Zach. And I'm really excited for this interview. Just before this, the live read was about corporate connections, and this is how corporate connections can work. We're about to talk to Niall Barrett, the managing director of Elysian Golf Limited in England. He's a member of Corporate Connections in England. I'm a member of Corporate Connections in Canada, and that is how Corporate Connections can really help you when you make connections like this. And good morning, Niall. How you doing today?
Good morning, Murray. Very well indeed. Very well. It's a beautiful day here in London.
Well, it's a London day here in Edmonton. It's pouring rain. So maybe it's your fault because doesn't it rain always in London?
Oh, well, we've had a really, really warm May. Actually, it's beaten records. So the golfing has been great over here. The courses are dry. But I think your rain's heading our way next week.
All right. Well, you can have it. All right. Well, Elysian Golf, how does a company operate successfully for 17 years without any public profile?
Well, Murray, the lack of profile is the business model. The companies we work for, they're the world's top concierge houses. The finest luxury travel agencies. They have the client relationships, the trust, and the brand. What they need from us is the access and the expertise to deliver the extraordinary. They don't want their clients knowing there's someone behind the curtain, and we don't need the credit. So what we need is to deliver every single time, because in our world, one failure doesn't just cost you a client, it costs you a relationship that took decades to build. So the invisibility isn't a problem we're trying to solve, it's the feature.
Okay, so what does it actually feel like to facilitate an experience that someone has dreamed of their entire life?
Well, that one, it never gets old, genuinely.
Accessibility shortcuts.
Oh, hang on, I think I've just lost you.
I can still hear you.
You can still hear me. Apologies. Just give me 1 second. Typical when you press the wrong button. Just give me... Sorry about this, Murray. There we go. Back with you. I can see you. So, as I said, it never gets old, genuinely. You have to understand that the people who come to us aren't buying a golf holiday. They've usually already been everywhere. They've played every course. And what they're coming to us for is the thing that they'd long since stopped believing in. That was actually possible. When it comes together, when we get a call or the message afterwards, there's a particular kind of satisfaction in that. These aren't people who are easily impressed. When someone like that tells you that it was the greatest experience of their life, that means something. That's what keeps us doing what we do. It's helping them access the inaccessible. So making people's ultimate golfing dreams a reality.
Yeah, and obviously I'm not going to say some of the texting that you and I had and what these experiences can be, because like it's part of your model, as you said. But like, without naming names or going too much into it, what is the most extraordinary access Elysian Golf has ever arranged?
Oh, Murray, I'm going to have to be very careful here. And I think the fact that I have to be careful tells you more than any specific answer could. What I'll say is this: there are golf courses in the world that are known to every serious golfer on the planet. Courses that are spoken about in almost reverent terms, and which have no commercial access whatsoever, none. You can't buy your way in as a visitor under any normal circumstances. And we've put clients on those courses. We've also put clients on a golf course alongside people whose names are synonymous with the history of the game. I genuinely cannot say more than that, and not because it didn't happen.
Yeah, so people can read between the lines and know that if they want something crazy and wild like that, they now know where to contact. But why do world's top concierge companies come to you rather than go direct?
Well, basically, it's because we've spent 17 years building relationships. They simply don't have the time to build quickly. The access we're talking about isn't transactional. You can't ring up a legendary private members club and ask to buy a tee time. It doesn't work like that. So access comes through trust, through introductions, through years of demonstrating that you understand the culture of these places and that you will send the right kind of people. The world's great concierge companies are extraordinary at what they do, but golf at this level is a very specific world with its own code and relationships. That's what we provide. We make them look exceptional to their clients, and they know it.
Well, you also have a little bit of another side of your business where if somebody wanted to do a tour of, say, Scotland or Ireland, they could do that through you as well. So what does a perfect week look like if you were to recommend a Scottish or Irish golf tour to somebody?
Well, this is the part I genuinely love talking about, because links golf in Scotland and Ireland is unlike anything else in the game. A perfect week for us usually starts the moment the client lands. Private transfers, no waiting around, no fuss. We'll typically base a group in a castle, somewhere that in itself is an experience, just not accommodation. And then we build the golf around that, no fuss, the very best links courses in the region, courses that have been played for well over a century, where the challenge is really the wind and the landscape as much a part as the design is. In the evenings, it'll be the Michelin star restaurants, the whiskey experiences, the local culture. And for anyone in the group who isn't a golfer, there are often spouses and family with a group. We build a completely separate program that's equally curated. Nobody is sitting in a hotel waiting. The whole group come back at the end of the day and everyone's had an extraordinary experience, just different ones.
So in your opinion, what makes great links courses so special compared to anything else in golf?
Well, that's a tough question to an extent. I suppose you've got to look at the fact that they're elemental, really. A links course is essentially a battle between you, the land, and the weather. And the land and the weather usually win. There's no manicure perfection, no predictability. The same hole plays completely differently, depending on the wind. And in Scotland and Ireland, the wind and the wind has a personality of its own. But beyond the golf itself, there's a history and a weight to these places that you can feel when you walk around them. You're playing on ground that's been played for 150, sometimes 200 years. And some of the greatest chapters of golfing history were written on these courses. For a serious golfer standing on those fairways, it isn't just sport. It's almost a pilgrimage. And we have the privilege of making that happen for people.
Joining us on the VIP Golf Show is Niall Barrett, Managing Director of Elysian Golf Limited. So who is the typical Elysian Golf client, and what does the dream usually look like?
Well, the typical client has done really very well in life, has played a lot of golf, and has reached a point where the standard bucket list is largely ticked. They've been to Augusta as a spectator, they've played Pebble Beach, they've done the things that most high-end golf travel companies can offer. They want now is the layer above that. Sometimes the dream is a specific course, Murray, somewhere they've read about since they were a teenager, but always assumed it was impossible. Sometimes it's an encounter playing with someone from golf's golden era who shaped how they think about the game. Sometimes it's both. What they all share is that they've stopped asking out loud because they've been told too many times it wasn't possible. That's where we come in.
And just to clarify, like you are over in England and you can do the European, Scotland, Ireland, all that, but you also have access here in North America.
We have pretty much global access. Our access in North America is incredible. We've been very, very lucky to have incredible relationships across the board. So yes, US, Canada, down into South America, across into Asia as well. We're very, very lucky with the connections we have.
So if anybody that's watching or listening to this show wants to have this conversation with you, how do they start?
Well, they find us. We're not that hard to find. Elysian Golf, based in London, and they reach out and they tell us what their dream looks like. We don't have a rate card. We don't have a menu. Every conversation starts from scratch because every client and every dream is different. What I say to anyone listening who has that experience in the back of their mind, the one they've never quite kind of allowed themselves to pursue is simply this: have the conversation. The worst that can happen is we tell you it isn't possible, but in 17 years, Murray, we've had to say that very, very rarely.
All right. Well, how do people find you? You have a website, you have an email?
We have a website. It's not exactly a shop window because, as I say, our general kind of client comes to us through through the concierge companies or the top flight travel agents, like through Virtuoso Network. But they can reach me on info@Elysian Golf or niall.barrett@ElysianGolf.com or Elysian, look up on the World Wide Web, ElysianGolf.com, and drop us a connect. All pretty much easy. Or send a comment to you, Murray.
I can connect people to you now for sure as well. So all good. Well, thanks so much for your time. I mean, I'm awfully intrigued by all this, and I'm sure everyone that's listening their mind is churning on what they might be able to. What is that dream that maybe they could reach out to you and talk about?
As I say, it's the legends of the course. Are the legendary courses. I'm just delighted to connect with your listeners.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much, Murray. All the best.
All right, you as well. That was Niall Barrett from Elysian Golf. And trivia, what's the answer? Who's the winner?
Winner still getting in touch. So if you texted in with this correct answer, keep out on your phone there. Check your text line. The question was, which golf course is nicknamed the Monster and has hosted multiple PGA Tour events? It's Doral.
Doral.
I'm saying that Doral.
Doral. Yeah.
Doral. Okay.
It's the Blue Monster, baby.
The Blue Monster. Yes. So please, if you texted that in, check your text line. I'll be in touch and connect you with Murray to get your prize.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. And that is going to do it for us today on the VIP Golf Show in the Modern Measure Studio, presented by Ardent Roof Systems here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Next week on the show, we'll be joined by Stacey Dissatel from Ardent Roof System to promote his upcoming charity events, both in Edmonton and in Calgary. Mackenzie Bostad, who runs the McLennan Ross Tour, joins us. Leah Snethan from the Alberta Golf Tour. Golf tips with Josh Fleming, and we go around YAG and check in with the Links in Spruce Grove. Hopefully you get a chance and get out on the course this week once the rain stops, and we'll see you right here next Sunday morning, 8 o'clock, for the VIP Golf Show on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Accelerate business connections at an executive level with Corporate Connections. We connect leaders around the world and empower them to create opportunities and meaningful change in their organizations, communities, and lives. Join a trusted network of top CEOs and industry pioneers. Share challenges, gain insights, and benefit from peer-to-peer experience sharing. Together, we elevate leadership, build personal and professional growth while expanding influence, and together building a brighter future. Corporate Connections is your gateway to transformative connections. Visit us at corporatecommunications.com, where leaders connect.
Escape the ordinary and experience golfing paradise at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Immerse yourself in our exceptional layout and enjoy excellent conditions that will take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself with a unique twist. Tackle the only black sand traps in all of Alberta. And why not extend your stay? Relax in one of our spacious RV lots, offering the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. Visit coalcreek.ca now to book your tee time and plan your unforgettable getaway at Coal Creek Golf Resort. Your perfect golfing escape awaits.
You work hard to make your house a home. Your yard should match. Green Tree Outdoor Living has designed and built outdoor spaces across Alberta since 1998. It starts with an initial consultation and a 3D design, so you can test drive your yard before you buy it. At Green Tree, we handle everything. No chasing contractors, no guesswork, no surprises. A seamless experience from the initial sketch to the final brick. Green Tree Outdoor Living, making neighbors jealous since 98. Book your consultation today at greentreelandscaping.ca.
Crazy about roofs. Crazy about roofs.
Time for a new roof? Make it one that lasts. Ardent Roof Systems, protecting homes for over a decade. Roofing, siding, and exteriors, all built to last with our Platinum 50-year warranty. Because at Ardent Roof Systems, we are
crazy about roofs.
Ardent Roof Systems and Exteriors, the team that puts your protection first. Visit ardentroofsystems.com.
There's something new happening in Canadian golf. For decades, golfers have been sold clubs that were never truly built for them. Kayson Golf changes that. Every set built right here in Canada. Precision crafted around 8 core customizations built for your exact swing. The result? More consistency, tighter dispersion, real results. Kayson Golf, Canadian made, custom fit for your game.
Enjoy a round of golf on 2 of Canada's top public courses at Wolf Creek, designed by renowned architect Rod Whitman. If you haven't been to Wolf Creek recently, now's the time to check out the best course conditions in years. Enjoy a pure links golf experience and great course conditions. After your game, relax at Barney's Lounge with great food, drinks, and patio views. It's a destination getaway only a short drive away in Ponoka. Visit wolfcreekgolf.com to learn more.
From the fairways of Edmonton to the greens of the BC Rockies, you'll never miss a course with VIP Golf. VIP Golf members enjoy preferred rates at over 70 top courses in Alberta and BC. They play 7 days a week and average 40 to 60% off regular rates with no payments due at the course. Just book with VIP Golf, show your ID, then grip it and rip it. With so many courses under one umbrella, it's no wonder they're the membership of choice for so many Albertans. To learn more, visit their website today at vipgolf.ca.
Grab your clubs and tee up for your best golf season yet. Hone your skills and improve your game at the Country Club Golf Tour Academy. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. Country Club Tour offers the best lesson programs for every level of golfer. Take your skill set to a higher level and train with their simulators, launch monitors, and PGA of Canada's teaching professionals. You can train all year long at their 7 golf courses and indoor golf center. Sign up for lessons with the CCT Golf Academy today and countryclubtour.com.
Most guys chase more. More clothes, more noise, more nothing. Steady does the opposite. Twice a year, just 5 to 7 pieces. Precision built for men who move with discipline, who value quality, who don't waste time guessing what to wear. This isn't fashion. This is international. Limited, elevated. Drop 1 goes on sale August 1st. And delivers in December. And when it's gone, it's gone. If you're not on the founding list, you're already behind. Go to steadyformen.ca. Get in, get ready, steady. Essential good for men